My two passions are food and community. And I believe food, the very thing that sustains our bodies, can also be the foundation for what sustains and transforms our local communities. Did you know that food is the most powerful tool for job creation in economically distressed areas? And that in South Tucson alone, 65% of children under 18 live at or below the poverty level? But also, were you aware Arizona is the third most entrepreneurial state in our nation? I am part of a new innovative incubator kitchen in southern Arizona. It is Corazon Kitchen, and we are working to put this information into action to help local families earn financial sustainability while honoring cultural heritage. Corazon, it means heart. And this kitchen program is created to support local women turning their existing know-how in the kitchen into sustainable businesses to help support their families. We have so many people in our communities that know how to cook. They have their family recipes and techniques they use in their home kitchens and on their backyard grills for generations. We all know those local tamale and tortilla ladies. They're at our offices. They're outside the markets and our banks. They rely on these local ingredients to make their traditional foods. But that's where their business model ends. And Corazon Incubator Kitchen begins. These homegrown chefs are an important part of the heartbeat of our community, but it doesn't help them stay out of poverty. Many are limited to making their foods in the culinary underground, out of sight of the health department, and without access to commercial kitchen spaces and licenses where they might be able to grow their recipes and start these new businesses. In some cases, language is a barrier and an obstacle to also help scale their businesses into a commercial space. They're limited to resources that they have in their home kitchens and backyards, and it's a challenge for these entrepreneurial family businesses to earn enough to get out of poverty. But this is where we all have a part to play. With the support of the University of Arizona's McGuire Center for Entrepreneurship, some prominent local chefs, and the YWCA's award-winning Women's Business Center, Corazon Kitchen offers a path to financial sustainability for our local food entrepreneurs. Our accelerated program will mentor motivated women and families who want to take their backyard craft trade into a thriving small business. They'll spend 12 months with us at the Corazon Kitchen, and it is here where we will provide the fundamentals and foundations of where they will start their business. Things such as planning, operations, costing, and recipe writing. Our participants will use space in our commercial kitchen to scale their recipes to be able to provide more food to their customers. They will work in our co-working space to help run operations so they can meet their clients and build this food program. This incubator kitchen, it isn't just a pie-in-the-sky idea. The YWCA has been working with small entrepreneurs for over 5 years and helping them grow these local businesses. And it's not about imaginary families. We're all able to help and transform them through this program. One of the food entrepreneurs we've been able to help since I've been part of this initiative is a local woman named Cecilia. Her background is similar to many in South Tucson. Moved to the United States with her mother from Mexico. Learned to cook some traditional food in her tia's restaurant. She was a 26-year-old single mother working hard as a server when she discovered a tumor on her liver. It seemed that she had only 3 months to live.
She chose to use food as medicine and switched to an Ayurvedic diet and began juicing. Every day she would make 13 juices, 3 vegetarian meals, and cleanses during the 6 months of waiting and watching the tumor. And guess what? The tumor begins to shrink and makes this once inoperable condition into a chance for healing and new life. Now, this is her personal story, but it is also the foundation of her passion for the business she is starting to run. Her juices are sold locally in coffee houses, used by microbrewers, offered at some of the finest resorts, and medicinally treated at some of our dispensaries. This is all possible because of one of her culinary instructors and community life director at the YWCA saw her potential and offered to support her through incubation at the YWCA's commercial kitchen. Cecilia is truly the poster woman for incubation, innovation, and entrepreneurial success. She took these lemons that life handed her, added some organic oranges, some kale, some beets, and some fresh herbs, and transformed it into a thriving business that she runs today. Now, many other local soon-to-be food business owners who are creative, entrepreneurial, and courageous against the odds will have this same chance as Cecilia to build their dream food business. Corazon Incubator Kitchen will help them achieve many of their dreams, get out of poverty, and realize that family and food security is within reach. They'll be leaving that food underground behind, building a viable business, serving safe and healthy food, all done locally. Through the incubation process, ideas will be tested and transformed, their recipes will be perfected, and these small cottage businesses will be scaled. This program will do more than legitimize business. It will change lives. Corazon Incubator Kitchen will be moving these food entrepreneurs from seasonal side sales and hustles to a thriving new business. Not only will this incubator kitchen be one of the most important food organizations in Tucson, but amid our changing landscape, it might also prove to be the key for Tucson to remain Tucson. The Knight Foundation did an enormous study that showed that connection to place is the single most leading indicator for communities that have prosperity. And when people love their place and they do business locally and they build those relationships, they're more likely to vote, they are more likely to volunteer, and they are more likely to give charitably. I am excited and committed to be part of the development of this transformative incubator kitchen and to witness the shift of these entrepreneurs from working in the food shadows to becoming a shining business in our culinary world. We want you to go out and support locally owned businesses, not only because of this connection to place, but we want you to support locally owned business because we want the children in our communities to have job opportunities of their own, to see, to imagine, to invigorate their families and generations to come with Corazon, with their heart. And this will help build those communities where everyone can thrive. So, what if on your way home, you could stop by the Corazon Kitchen, pick up some of your favorite locally grown, locally sourced, locally made foods right in the heart of our community. Watch and see these favorite tamale and tortilla vendors grow from selling out of the backs of their cars and shopping carts into a viable small business and corners at our local farmers markets. Their products will be on the shelves of our grocery stores. They'll have the next amazing food truck at our local roundups. maybe even a brick and mortar storefront in downtown. Many of these businesses will be those local places we go back to find that comfort and connection to place. These are family-owned where the settings are casual, the ingredients are fresh, and the experience unforgettable. Corazon is going to help incubate the next generation of business. And your support will help change the lives of not only Cecilia, but many food entrepreneurs just like her. So what if we work together to preserve the heart, that corazon of Tucson, and the essence and flavors of who we are? How will you find this connection to place? We all have our food stories that we talk about. Many of them happen around our kitchen tables. Let's all help these once food dreamers build those stories, build their connection to place in their community. I believe many of these new businesses will have their stories of hope, change, and prosperity, and they will have been cultivated, blended, and produced right from the grounds of the Corazon Incubator Kitchen. Thank you.